Welcome student. In today's class we are going to study the organization of higher plant body and tissue. So we are going to study the permanent tissues. In previous class we already studied the meristematic tissues. So permanent tissues having a two types of tissues. First one is simple tissue and another one is complex tissue. So simple tissues are of three types: parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. We'll see the one by one. First we'll see the flow chart of plant tissue. So here the plant tissues are of two types. First is meristematic tissues and second one is permanent tissues. So meristematic tissues, we already studied the meristematic tissues. So the cells are capable of cell division. These are meristematic tissues. The permanent tissues, the mature cells are incapable of cell division. So these are permanent tissues. So permanent tissues are classified into two types: simple and complex. So simple tissues are composed of single type of cells. So these are known as the simple tissues. Then complex tissues composed of more than a one type of cell. This is known as the complex tissues. So simple tissues are parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma and collenchyma together produces the chlorenchyma. Then next, complex tissue are divided into xylem and phloem. So again, xylem are of many types and even phloems are of many types. Next, we'll see the definition of permanent tissue. Permanent tissue: a group of mature cells having definite shape, size and function and no power of cell division is called permanent tissue. Next, cells of different type because of different morphological, physiological and functional changes. Next, cells are thin or thick walled and living or dead. Next, large vacuoles are present. Next, intercellular spaces may be present or absent. Next, cell wall is made up of cellulose, hemicellulose, pectin and lignin. Next, types of permanent tissue. Permanent tissues are of two types: simple tissue and complex tissue. First we'll see the simple tissue. Simple tissue: permanent tissues which contains only one type of cell is called as simple tissue. This cells performs similar function. They may be living or dead or non-living. It consists of parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Next, parenchyma. Parenchyma, here you can see the figure. Here you can see the figure of parenchyma tissue, parenchyma cell. It is the most primitive and common simple permanent tissue. Next, cells are isodiametric, living and thin walled with distinct nuclei. So here you can see these are the cells. It's having the distinct nuclei. Cells are oval, spherical, polygonal, star-like or irregular in shape. So here you can see the cells are roughly oval or spherical in shape. Cell wall is made up of cellulose. Large central vacuole is present. So here large central vacuole is present. You can see the vacuole is present. Names are given to the cells. Okay, intercellular spaces are present and these are small. Cells have plasmodesmata which connects cytoplasm of adjacent cells and forms a continuous tissue. Then occurrence of parenchyma cells. It is found in the soft region of the plant. Example: mesophyll, fruit pulp, flowers, seed endosperm, etc. It is also present in epidermis, endodermis, cortex, pith, etc. Xylem and phloem contains parenchyma as packing material. The next is chlorenchyma. Chlorenchyma. Parenchyma tissue contains parenchyma tissue that contains chloroplast and is photosynthetic. Chlorenchyma makes up the mesophyll tissue of plant leaves and is also found in the stem of certain plant species. So here you can see the chlorenchyma, the figure of chlorenchyma. Next, the erenchyma. Erenchyma or aeriferous parenchyma is a spongy tissue that forms spaces or air channels in the leaves, stems and roots of some plants, which allows exchange of gases between the shoot and root. So here you can see the picture of erenchyma. Next, functions of parenchyma. It acts as a packaging material and gives definite shape and also softness to the organs. It serves as a food storage and water storage tissues. It also stores plant waste products like gum, tannin, resin, etc. It helps in exchange of gases. Parenchyma in vascular tissue helps in conduction of water and food nutrient. It increases buoyancy and helps in photosynthesis as well. During secondary growth, vascular cambium and cork cambium are developed from dedifferentiation of parenchyma cell. So, this is about the parenchyma cells. Here we'll stop here. We'll see in next class.